أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بالله أن أكون من الجاهلين سلام عليكم. Sorry, streaming is giving me problem. So, not sure if you can hear me or not. If you don't hear me, please let me know. Assalamu alaikum, brother from Bangladesh. I hope you are doing good. Hope everything is good. Let me know if you don't hear me, because I'm a little bit of having some technical issues, like always, for some reason. So what happened was, a few days ago, this guy, see, the people usually say Nisa mean women. And I have produced so many proofs from the Quran itself. I have given answers from the Quran itself. But these people, first he said it's poetry and it's from poetry, and I gave Quran ayahs to refute that. And then now he's going back to something else and he's claiming other thing, historical account. What part of follow what has been revealed to you don't you understand? Ittabi'u ma unzila ilaykum min rabbikum, don't you understand? This is a problem. These people got some type of mental issues. You give answers, they don't want to accept the answers. This is kufr. I am not making up anything. It's in your own dictionaries. It's in your own translations. But it is a structural meaning. A structural meaning is only one. Anyways, the problem with people is they follow history, they follow their ulamas, they follow their imams, they follow their fiqh, they follow their hadith, they follow every Tom, Dick and Harry. Today is a second session of how to read root letters, how to study the Quran in a root letter proper way, by root letters. So if you have problems and if you have issues understanding, please watch the full video. And these type of questions are foolish questions. This is obviously it's a Sunni question, I believe. So maybe some people need some type of angel or God himself to come down and teach them what Quran says. Even then they are not going to accept it. This is the problem, because they don't think, they just like to follow blindly. So and I'm going to tell you now, we are not going to be talking about this guy and his women topic. Nisa doesn't mean women. It's a gender neutral word. It can mean men and women. Rijal doesn't mean men. It can mean men and women. So we talked about that, and I'm not going to talk about it. And I will be doing a video on that. I mean, short, squeezed video to explain people like this who doesn't like to watch or support Quran alone Muslims. The Muslims, they don't like to support the Muslims, so that's fine. So I don't want to discard you also. So I like to give and help everyone. So it's okay, you don't have to support, you don't have to like, you don't have to share, you don't have to even watch the whole thing. I'll shrink the video and put one for you, upload one for you. But this video is not for you, but you can watch if you're online. So now we'll look at how to read the Quran the way I used to read back in the days when I was studying the Quran, the simple way. So that is how I'm going to teach you. So the fellow brothers who are new to Islam and who doesn't know Arabic well, just like me, or even less than me, who knows only the alphabets and how to read simple words. Even if you don't know to read, still I will show you how to understand it. But if you know, you will have to know alif, ba, tha, the alphabets. That's for sure. Even if you don't know grammar. So most important is the letters. It is very important. Without that, you won't be able to learn it. So now, what I'm going to be doing is, I will tackle two subjects in one. We are going to learn how to read the Quran. At the same time, we are going to talk about riba, usury, or interest. So everybody is always talking about this, do a video on this subject. I'm going to do a video on this subject now, and I already did a video on riba and trading, but this is not about trading, this is about riba. But this video is going to be the partial video of the whole topic. Next video I will talk about more about this topic. This is a huge topic, not a simple, easy, just like that topic. It's a huge topic, lots of words we need to learn because lots of words have been corrupted or misunderstood. So we are going to talk about that. So let's start with the word Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who have believed. And amanu doesn't mean believed. This is a Sahih International Translation. I just wanted to make it simple. I don't want people arguing about this and saying, you know what, it means this and it means that. No, let's forget about all those and let's use the famous translation, Sahih International Translation, and we are going to be using Sunni, the website, to learn. So I'm going to use Sunni, mostly the Sunni everything. So sectarian books and sectarian things. We are going to go through it and we are going to dig up the rubbles and find our gems from it. So we will go through it. Salamun alaikum. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see your message. And Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who have believed, La taqrabur riba. Sorry, La taqulur riba. Sorry, let me open my thing. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who have believed, La taqulur riba. Do not consume, do not eat riba, usury. Why Allah is saying do not eat, do not consume riba? Now, if this word is only for if this word is for the people who is giving interest and taking interest, then it shouldn't say consume riba. Taqulu, don't eat riba, right? So here the word alone, I will explain the word in a bit, the word alone says interest. So you are going to finance a car, you're going to get a car financed, and who you will be paying interest to? The bank or the car loan person, right? So when you are paying to the bank is eating the riba. It is interest for them. The interest you are paying, the word alone, riba, the interest, it is not for you. You are the victim of interest. So the word is fixed for the people who take. The riba, the word is fixed for the people who take. It is not. It's for the one who want loan. One who give loan is what it refers to. The word alone should say it is for the bank, the people who give usury, the people who give riba. You are asking for riba, the loan, that is not riba, sorry. You are asking for loan, that is not riba. It is loan. Even when we are saying in English, we say, I'm going to take interest. No. If you say, I'm taking interest, that means you are going to be consuming it. See, even in English, it clearly says taking interest. So, if you say, I'm going to be buying a car on interest, it doesn't mean you are getting interest. You're giving interest. So, I don't want to spend too much time on that to explain, because some people need detail on top of detail explanation, even with words, because they have been brainwashed so much for thousands of years, they cannot understand, they cannot even think. For some reason, they have been brainwashed to think. I don't know why. It boggles me. And أضعف أضعافا مضاعفة واتقوا والله لعلكم تفلحون واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون. So doubled and multiplied, but fear Allah that you may be successful. And here people will say, you know what, it is doubled and multiplied, then only it is riba. Even I used to think that. Don't take me wrong. Even I used to think riba means double or multiplied, just from this ayah. But I understood later it doesn't mean that. It means riba in itself is interest, forbidden. Okay, so receive interest from saving accounts. You cannot live without open an account without the people pay interest, the bank pay interest, right? You take that and you give it to someone. You should. It's not a big deal, and you are not intentionally doing it. You are not taking interest. You are not giving away. These are minor issues. Like if you open an account, a saving account, to put your money in, without a bank, you cannot operate these days. So for you to sustain, you need to have interest account or non-interest account or current account. Everything got interest in these days, most of the countries. So don't worry about that. Take those interest and give it to people. Whether it's people's money, give it to them. Don't worry about it. And you don't have to complicate that. And you who have believed is past tense, yes. It's not. It is because when you are accepting, when you have accepted the Quran, Allah is addressing to the believers, to the person who was secured in terms of you will be secured. Like in the future tense, in the past tense, Allah is saying, وَإِن شَقَّ الْقَمَرُ. And when the moon split into two, right? Split. And in the Surah Qamar, and it's in past tense. Some of the future is in past tense. It is when you are reading, you are expected to be the believer. So that is one of the answer. But I don't want to digress too much into that subject. We will talk about it in next week or another. And I wanted to focus on riba. So the word riba is an interesting word. And ra-ba-wa, re-be-wa, interest or usury. But that is how we say it. But the actual meaning is swell or mount or artificial inflate. The artificially inflate. The extraction of fund from someone, it is not a mutual exchange. So you are giving money expecting a growth from that money. You are not doing anything from it. You are putting a percentage in giving that money, and that person is in need of money. You are trying to make money off of that person's misery. That is why it's riba. It's like the tumor. The tumor grows. It grows, absorbing everything from it. People, huma kama rabbayani saghira. Whoever raised me, I will go through it. I'm going ahead of the subject. Whoever raised me, you say. When you say this, and you are taking from whoever raised, you haven't given anything, right? And they are raising you without taking anything from you. Right? You see what I'm saying? It's only one way, unilateral extraction of wealth without equivalent exchange risk or physical labor. It doesn't have to be physical labor. I just added so that you will understand. And so you can say, you know what, how about trading? That's not physical labor. You don't have to have physical labor. I just added that. And you have to give some type of value. And for that only it is accepted as proper exchange. If not, it is riba. So you give money expecting a percentage without you are contributing anything. You're only doing is giving the money. That's it. And you have no deals, nothing. You want interest from it, usury from it. If that person lost or no money, and you want your capital back, capital and the interest and everything back. So this is not the Quranic way, Islamic way. So now, give me a second, let me read. Let's look at the word. Allah says, وَأَحَدِهِمْ الرِّبَا, and they are taking riba. See, Allah is explaining. See, this is why I said Quran is a dictionary. It teaches you how to read the Quran, understand the Arabic. وَأَحَدِهِمْ riba, and they are taking usury, the interest. وَقَدْنُوهُ anhu, and while they have been forbidden from it. وَأَقْلِهِمْ, and they are consuming أَمْوَالَ النَّاسِ بِالْبَاطِلِ, they are consuming the people's wealth unjustly. The riba means here you are making money doing nothing but absorbing people's money into your system. IMF giving money to the government, and they are setting up a rule and regulations. They are riba, they are taking riba. The countries who are begging for IMF money, they have no choice but to give riba. So, and you have to understand, Allah is telling these people are وَأَعْتَدْنَا لِكَافِرِينَ مِنْهُمْ عَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. Allah says they are kafir. لِكَافِرِينَ. See, why Allah is saying they are kafir? Because they are one of the worst crime is usury. One of the worst crime. It destroys people. It destroys community. It destroys countries. So interest is not something that makes you grow in things. It will grow. If you take interest, it will grow as a loan shark. It will grow for you, but it's not going to grow with Allah. We'll get to that also. So, Allah says, if the interest you give and the person is struggling, right? If a person is struggling, وَإِنْ كَانَ ذُو أُسْرَةٍ وَإِنْ كَانَ ذُو أُسْرَةٍ, if someone is in hardship, the person who took your riba, the money from you, the riba, for you riba, the person who you gave loan to is in hardship, then Allah says, فَنَذِرَةٌ إِلَى مَيْسَرَةٍ. فَنَذِيرَةٌ إِلَى مَيْسَرَةٍ. And then postpone until ease. Delay it until ease. Until that person make that money, or give them time until that person pays to you, start paying you. So, but Allah says, وَأَن تَصَدَّقُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. And if you give it as a charity or as a gift, it is good for you. إِن كُنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ, if you only knew. So, here Allah is telling to forgive the interest, to give, just if that person is in a hardship and giving, you gave money and let it go. So that means he is telling a person can take money from someone who is giving loan on interest. See what I'm saying? But if that person is a Muslim, the one who follows mu'minun, the one who believes in this book, the believers, right? If he believed, the past tense, the book, he should let go of that money if that person is in hardship. It is better. Or give some time for him to pay. But don't take interest. See, Allah forbid interest. Allah ban interest for you. So Allah is saying, you do this in order for you that Allah will be, Allah forbade you from taking interest, but in case if someone is asking a loan, that we will get into it, the loan part, because this is a huge subject. I'm telling you, this subject is not one simple connected. I'm trying to show you without connecting everything, because if we started to talk about connected words like deen, and we will get into that, and the tijara and buy, and so many things are connected to this. So now we'll look into this word in the Quran, how to study this word riba. This word you can find it in 275, Surah 275. Allah restricted riba, forbid riba, right? Harrama, riba is haram. So from 275 to 279, give up the remaining of the riba. That is this verse, remaining of the riba, right? And take just the capital. Please, when you have time, read it. Surah 2, verse 278 to 279. Allah is saying, if you gave money as a riba, now you understood it is forbidden, and don't take the riba, the interest. Just take the capital. But now 280 just read, if that person is struggling, you have two choices. One, you can give time, as much time as that person need. Give time. And then, if that person cannot get out of that money you gave, the loan you gave, you let it go as sadaqah, right? As a gift. And it is good for you. That's what Allah is saying, if you only knew. So, if the person is going through hardship, you postpone it or give it back. Give it. And Allah has given so many choices. Surah 30, verse 39 says, what you give for riba will not swell with Allah. It will not grow with Allah. So, Surah 4, 161 says, they are taking of riba. Not you are taking riba. They are taking riba. Now, we looked at all those. Now, let's read how to check the word riba. And before I get into it, let me see. It doesn't mean interest rate, brother. Sorry, I didn't read it properly. Letters are tiny. I don't have the second screen with me. It doesn't mean interest rate. It doesn't matter what interest rate is. And interest is forbidden. It is no. So many ayahs. We'll go through it right now. And if we read, now to read, we pick a surah, right? So if you read the surah, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, la taqulu riba, do not consume riba. Now, this is scopusquran.com. So you come to this website and you click on the word riba, not here, sorry, and it'll give you word per word, even if it is Sunni translation, and even if it is incorrect, that's fine. You still can learn the grammar and the language. See, it has the transliteration also. So now we'll look for the word riba, and do not consume. La taqulu, eat. See, taqulu, ta'akulu, sorry, riba, and do not eat riba. Now riba, if you click on riba, it will take you to this. In this, you see the root letter, ra, ba, wa. See, riba. And you can take that root letter. Before we go check the root letters, let's see the cross-reference, tasrif. This is how I check tasrif. And now you see this word, it occurs 20 times in the Quran. The root letter 20 times. So in 8 derived forms, one verb, noun, verb, everything is there. See, rib is noun, one says rib, noun, riba also noun, and if you see this, and verb, and you don't have to go through any of those. Now if you see, they have translated swell as well, right? Increase, grows, something that grow, also riba. So is one meaning only. There is no thousands of definitions, just like Sunnis say thousands of definitions. No. Now you see the cross references. You can go into different verses and check it up, what it says. You read it, and it's a work. And when you are studying the Quran, you have to go through each of these words and read it, what it says. And that's how you learn it. Quran teaches you the way you're supposed to learn. When you go into this website, these people are Sunnis, but Alhamdulillah, they have did a really good job of this website, even though they are wrong, right? The riba means usury or interest, doesn't matter. It means growth, right? So now, if we go here, it says, قال رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. Those who have raised me when I was small, right? هما كما ربياني صغيرا. When whoever raised me up, you are asking dua, raised me up, here they translated brought up. So this growth you are taking, they are not growing you, just making you like zakat also growth. We'll get into it. And zakat also growth, but it's not that type of growth. You are only consuming from them. You are not giving anything. When you are a child, you are not giving anything. You are taking only. So this growth is that. You only selfish growth. This is a selfish growth. So now we checked it. Now what we will do is, we will go to ra, ba, wa. We'll go to the root letter dictionary, lexicon. Lane's lexicon, right? Now when we go to the Lane's lexicon, what do we see? And you see this here, alphabets, Arabic alphabet. You look for ra, and when you find ra, our next letter is ba, wa, right? And look for ba, wa, right? Ra, ba, da, see? Ra, ba, wa, see? This is riba. And now when you look at it, it gives you many different definitions. See, oh my God, this is why Sunnis are confused. way too many things. And for them to, they don't know, they need a scholar, gatekeeper to explain. When they see this, it's shockingly mind-bending. It's really hard to see this. It's not easy. It's not easy to go through this. Now, let's see if we can find our word. If they have, see, he became swollen, inflated. See, it says it. And become large and swelled, right? And increased, augmented, right? Now, if we want to see in actual lexicon, we go all the way down and see that, and you click on this, and it'll take you to the Lane's lexicon, and you can go through this and read each and everything. I read the whole thing before. I used to read the whole thing, and I last video I taught you what this means, right? These are dictionaries. So, and these are all dictionaries. So these are all dictionaries from different centuries. So this guy put together the Lane's lexicon, Edward Lane, put together everything for you and me. But see, it says increases, such as a child. See, the Quran teaches you without even you coming here. See, it teaches you. If you go to this surah, you know. See, it says it. If you go to this surah and read the context, you will see it's talking about parents raising you, right? It shows, if you think a little, you will understand what it means. So you read each and everything, cross-reference it, and study it, and you will understand. So it is so simple when you start studying, when you start studying it. So let me see if any of you sent a message. Assalamu alaikum. And I think there is a give me a second, let me see. See, Wama ataytum min ar-riba. See, I need glasses to read everything clearly, so I increase it in the computer. So, Wama ataytum min ar-riba, and whatever you give for interest. Here it says give interest, right? وَمَا آتَيْتُمْ مِنَ الرِّبَا لِيَرْبُوا فِي أَمْوَالِ النَّاسِ, to increase within the wealth of people. You are giving riba to increase the wealth of people. How giving a riba, you are expecting it to get money from people to grow, to increase your income, right? That's what it is talking about. Nas fala yarbu indallah, fala yarbu indallah. it does not, what you gave for interest, then it will not increase with Allah. فَلَا يَرْبُو in the Allah. So you gave expecting money or interest, loan to people to make money, it will grow for you, but it will not grow with Allah. That's what it is. So, وَمَا آتَيْتُم مِّنَ الزَّكَاةِ. And but what you give in zakah, وَمَا آتَيْتُم مِّنَ الرِّبَا, وَمَا آتَيْتُم مِّنَ الزَّكَاةِ, what you give in zakah, تُرِيدُونَ وَجْهَ اللَّهِ, you expect Allah's countenance, desiring pleasure, the happiness, the pleasure of Allah. تريدون وجه الله فأولئك هم المضعفون. And the continent, you give zakah desiring the countenance of Allah, those are the multipliers. So if you give zakah, it will multiply. But now Allah is saying zakah and riba in one ayah. So as if zakah and riba is similar, but it is not same. It is different. So in this ayah you can learn so much. If I have to talk about this, it's going to take a lot of time. So I'm just skipping through so many things. But when you have time, just go through all of this. It is very interesting. Now, when we are talking about zakah, we have to look at zakah as like a tree. The riba like a tumor, something that selfish growth. But zakah is like a tree. Think about that, right? So zakah, wow. The word zakah, wow, zakat, it grows through pruning impurity. So pruning the excess. So if it is a fruit-bearing tree, what you will do is, if you know agriculture, I used to do that. We have 10 acres of land. In that we used to grow all type of trees, cocoa and all type of trees. So what you have to do is you have to trim off the bad leaves, trim off the bad branches, unwanted branches, because it will be absorbing the nutrients, right? It will be riba. It will be absorbing only. It's not going to give you proper growth. So for that, you have to trim it, prune it, trim the excess. We'll get to that also. So when you trim the bad leaves and the bad branches and all those dead branches and unwanted branches, it grows better. So purifying, you're not purifying with water. That is tar, not that. This is zakah. You're purifying it through trimming it. You're modifying it. You're cutting off unwanted things. So the subtractive catalytic mechanic of removing one's excess to stimulate the overarching social ecosystem. So you are trying to grow your community by giving unwanted, unnecessary things from you, right? Unnecessary wealth from you, excess wealth. So it's like a tree. If you want the whole, the community is a tree, and the zakat is your as a tree, if you the community is supposed to be with you. The nisa, and if you are a rijal, you are taking the nisa, the people who are pushed behind, delayed person to the back of the line in the society. You are trying to pull them up. So to pull them up, to make them grow with you, to be fruitful, you have to trim off your branches, give it to them, right? When you trim, what will happen? It falls down to the floor, right? That's why it's called leaves. When you trim the leaf, it falls on the ground. In Canada, you can see in fall season, autumn season, you see it's beautifully the leaves fall on the ground, and we use the blower and get them out, but it is a soil for the ground. Now see how beautifully this word is connected. And once the leaf fall down, once it trimmed down, it falls on the ground, and the ground takes the nutrient. It's good for other small plants and trees and creatures, everything. It's so much nutrients it's giving, so the plant can grow. So this ayah is beautiful. Now let's look at this word. Same way as the bear with me, and zakat. Zakat is, we saw zakat, right? Zakat, zakawa, growth through pruning impurities of excess. Now we'll look at that word in this. Okay, that word here, and if we go through zakat, see, zakawata, zakat, see, you can read it. And see that? Zakawata. See? Zakatin. Zakat. So you click on that word and it will take you here in this website and see zakawa, the root letters. And once you go into that root letter, it will tell you what type of word, and you don't need to know any of this. It's waste of time. Just don't worry about it now. But first I want you to learn step by step. And then if you click on the dictionary, and it'll give you so many, 59 times in the Quran, and 7 derived forms, and 59 times, and here it says purifying, claiming purity. What type of purifying? And purest, zakah, 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 zakah. See, they didn't even translate it. Because they don't know. Sorry to say, the majority of them don't know how to translate that. So now we'll look at that word. And here's zakah, the word, and you know how to check, right? You go to za, and here you come here and you look for zakah, and you click on zakah. See, I already found. I don't want to waste too much time in it. So, and it says increased augmented. But there is, now see, the riba also increased, augmented, and that's also increasing. This is also increasing, but that is a different, that is a parasitic, that is a tumor. This is a growth. It is good, that is bad. This is good for the society, that is bad for the society. Now you see this, and you go through that, and everything you see, and you will see growth also somewhere. I have read somewhere, and see, it says purity, performance, beliefs, purify to increase, goodness, righteous. That's all they have. Later they included into the dictionary. Forget about all those. Those are garbage. Now when you come here, you see all these words. You have to read all those, go through it. When you have time, you go through all of them. It's very interesting to read. You will see this? Pure from sin, which is, it's no sin. Growing, see? And how it's growing, they don't tell you. But later you will learn all those. In the future, we will go through all those, how to learn those things, like a tree and all those. I learned it from the Quran, believe it or not. But, and if I go through all those things, it's gonna be a huge video. I don't want to take 4 or 5 hours. And if you click, you will see what zakah, this guy is saying, the lexicon, and in the lexicon what it says, increase, augmented, and if you read, the whole thing is explained in that. So now you get the point, what actually it means, right? And how to read it. This is how I study the the Quran. First I do is I go through the Quran ayah. I used to. I go through the Quran ayah, pick the word that is confusing or something's not adding up. Something will tell you that word is a problem. And then you do is you click, you look for the root letters, and you find the root letters. Later in advance, we will go through how to check root letters and all those. Right now, focus on basic. Because I have lots of people who doesn't know Arabic, and I want to help them study the Quran without any Quran translation. I want them to translate the Quran, to at least when they are reading, I want them to feel it, should be able to imagine. When you start reading the word zakah, you should picture in your head a tree, right? And pruning and purifying the tree. If you read somewhere purification, you should see a tree being pruned, being purified, cleaned. So it is giving you a descriptive answer so that you can make it a mental picture. You can see the word being played out. See, Arabic doesn't have many meanings. The Quran has one meaning, but many lessons. So if you study a surah, you study with one understanding, one core understanding, and then from that you understand the examples, and you understand what it says. You will feel it. Well, this is what it means. This is happening in my life. That is not the meaning. That is how you understand it, right? The meaning is the word, actual word, it doesn't have millions of words, millions of definitions like this. This is garbage. If you go through the entire dictionary or lexicon, it's a garbage. You don't want that. It's too much. So what you do is you go through one word, get the structural definition, and go from it. How to study the structural definition? Context. The surah context, study the context. If you read one ayah, the one verse, study the one before and after. And one before has something else, study before that. And go through that and study it. And then still it doesn't make sense. Then go through cross-reference. You're not going out of the Quran. Still you are inside the Quran. You are cross-referencing. Just now I showed you, right? And you go through the word, you click on it, check the dictionary, go one by one, study it. It's very interesting. You will start learn it. Once you start learning it, it will become your second nature. You will understand. It will click. It will click something for you. You have when you go through this, each ayah, you will start to see structural word. It doesn't change. Even if it says purification somewhere, yuzakkihum, you will still see the pruning, the one that been pruned to be purified. You won't think as washing your hand and cleaning your mud or things like that. You see the structure, how it is being pruned. By studying the Quran and applying in your life, that is how you are being yuzakki. You are purifying others. Purifying to purify yourself, you are reading the Quran and applying into your life. That is yuzaki. You are pruning the bad habits, bad things, bad knowledge. This is all yuzakihum, zakat. This is all zakat. So you are studying something. Right now we learned something new, right? For some people, or many people, it probably new. When I was learning, it's something new. So I took out the bad knowledge, removed it, put the new knowledge, good one, right? So it's pruned out. When you pruned out, you are being purified. You're getting a purified knowledge. You're growing. You're getting augmented. So you are growing in a positive way. Riba is a negative, a tumor, a bad one. So you don't want that. So if you learn something from Satan, that is riba, that is dirty. You don't want dirt. It is, you're trying to grow your tree with dead branches. That's what it is. So it's not going to grow with you. Now, ataytum, to give, to come, to bring, to produce, or to give out. So wa'atu, right? Aqimu salata wa'atu zakata. See, ataytum is to come, to bring, to produce, to give. Now, when you look at this word, you see this, and I hope you don't need to see how to check that word. And it described the initial development of resource. In an economic sense, you are giving something advanced, a capital, right, to the table. For zakat also, you are giving something advanced, or putting something on the table, or giving something. And riba also you are giving. But intention is different. The growth is different. So now, walau walaula fadlullahi alaykum, if Allah's favor, if it is not for Allah's favor, wa rahmatahu, and His mercy, ma zakka minkum min ahadin abada. And if he did not purify you, if it's not for His mercy, if he was not, one of you would have been pure. This is past tense, right? Zakah, it's done. Zakah is done because He revealed the Quran to us as a mercy. See, mercy. Quran was revealed as a mercy, right? وَهَذَا كِتَابٌ أَنزَلْنَاهُ مُبَارَكٌ. See? So, Allah, He sent it as a blessing and mercy, Quran. Sorry, I forgot the word. So, I forgot the ayah. Brain freeze, sorry about that. So, minkum min ahadin walakin Allah yuzakki. See, the yuzakki here is a verb. It's continuously being purified, being pruned. So, me, 4 years ago, learning like this, learning in a simple way how zakah, how salat, how the words 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or even longer, not sure how, I've been learning for a long time. So, but cross-reference learning about maybe 5, 6, 7 years, maybe 5 years I've been started learning cross-reference learning, tasrif learning. So this way Allah removed the negatives, the bad riba out of me, bad leaves out of me. He's still pruning, he's still helping me grow by pruning. That's purifying, that's this purification. The purification here, in this purification here, that's the purification for growth. So when you read yuzakki, you need to see that word like a tree being pruned so that you will see the word. I want you to see the word, feel it, so you will know what Allah is saying, what Allah is doing to you. It is His mercy. See, now it is connecting to the first one. So, and purify whomever He wills. He's not pruning everyone, He's pruning some people, whoever He wills. And that person is obligated to teach it to other person and help other person see it. Slowly teach. See, I am teaching you the way I learned. Anyone who learned, that's how they can teach it. If your teacher learned it something differently, that's how they will teach it to you. I learned it so simply, I'm teaching to you simple way. so that it's easier for Muslims, Christians, Sunnis, Shias, Buddhists and Hindus, for all of them to read the Quran now. So I'm making it easy. I'm Yāsir. I'm making it easy for you. So, and when you are seeing this in this way, you will see the mercy of Allah and blessings in these words. And it's a beautiful word. I don't know how else I can say. It's really beautiful. You will see the Allah says, and whatever you give of riba, so that it may swell within the wealth of the people, it will not swell with Allah. That walaula fadlul, sorry, that is different subject. I went back. Sorry. Sorry. See, when you are going blind, this is what happened. And say zakat, and I forgot to tell you, I'm not sure if I have it. There you go. Not that. See, I forgot to tell you that zakat, wow, and there is zakaya. Yuzaki is zakaya. Zakat, wow, is also zakat. This last letter, wow, and ya is, I forgot to add that. Wow and ya is a weak letter in root letters. So when it's come to weak letters, it can change. But main definition, structural definition is same. It is like nisa. Nun sa, wow, nun sa, ya, nun sa, hamza. It's all same, right? So it's like nisa here, wow, and ya. It's same because it's ya is a verb. Yuzaki. Ya. It ends in ya. And the other one ends in ta. Zakat. See? Ta marbuta. So I don't want to go too much into it and confuse you. I wanted to make it simple. So I'm going too much ahead of things. I'm sorry, and I'll try to explain structurally next time. I'm still learning how to teach it to people what I have learned. See, when I was learning, it was a slow learning. Now I have learned, I'm going fast, trying to put together what I have learned before. So I'm trying to make it so simpler, so it will be much easier for you. Please forgive me if I am making mistakes in reading the words and stuff like that. I know to read Arabic, sorry. It's just I'm thinking way too many things and try to say it and trying to put together in my head a different meaning. I'm using a Sunni translation, and please forgive me, and let's read it. So let's see what I was trying to show you. And what Allah is telling for you to give as a zakat. Now still we are three, remember. So if they ask, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ, this ayah is big. The top portion of this ayah, verse 2, Surah 2, verse 219, is a big ayah. I took out the last portion, what we need for this subject. In next week, we will talk about the top portion, because I have taken only the tree portion of this ayah, this word, the zakah and riba. So I'm trying to make people understand what riba means without getting sectarian BS, nonsense, garbage into it. And I want you to look at things in a different, the Quran alone perspective, right? Without going out. So, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ قُلِ. When they ask, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ, they ask you what they should spend, give. Say, kulil afwa. Give, say, the excess. Now, this word excess is interesting word. And before we go into the other one, كَذَلِكَ يُبَيِّنَ اللَّهَ لَكُمْ. Allah is clarifying, clearing, to make it clear to you. لَكُمُ الْآيَاتِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَفَكَّرُونَ. That you may give a thought, you may think. Tatafakkarun is you will gain some knowledge through studying properly, in giving it a proper knowledge, not a foolish research from this imams and that ulamas and all those things. No, tatafakkarun is you are thinking, using your brain through the knowledge you gain from what Allah taught you. You bayyin to what Allah cleared it for you. See, Allah did not say it's just clearing. He's saying He wants you to think from what He taught you, what He made it clear, the excess. Now the excess, this excess, al-afwa, where is that word? Al-ghaf, al-afwa, al-afu. This word, ain, fa, wa, the excess, the surplus, the overgrowth. See, now the branch is grown and you don't need that branch. If you remove that branch, you will have better yield from your tree, from your fruit. From the tree, it will give you more fruit. So you remove that branch, excess branch. You are removing it, pruning it. See, the zakat is connected to this. And when you are studying it, you will see this, and it is amazing. For me, it is like light bulb going off, right? And excess, and the tree, and you remove that excess, leaves, remove it. Those are all excess. You give the excess. Allah is not telling you give 10%, 20%, 2.5%. Allah is not telling you any of those. Give the excess. If you are a poor person, you don't have anything, and your zakah is contributing something to the community. You are giving something to the community. Whatever you have, your work, your knowledge, you something. So if you are a person with money and wealth, you give money, contribute to this society. Whatever the excess you have, give it. So people who are driving, keeping hundreds of Ferraris, sorry, in Qiyamah it's going to be a problem for you. You are hoarding other people's money. I'm not saying don't drive a Ferrari, drive, but you don't need hundreds of Ferraris. You don't need hundreds of watches. Let's say you like Rolex, but people who buy it as investment, Rolex and Patek Philippe and other watches, Jaeger LeCoultre and all those type of watches, those expensive watches, Jacob and Co. Those expensive watches, people collect those as investment. That's different. I'm not talking about that. But anything excess, like Ferrari and all those, you have to take care of it. It's a waste of money. And people take it as investment also. I'm not saying anything about that. But if it is excess, you are holding other people's wealth. You need to give. You need to give it to people, not the Ferrari. Sell it and give the money to the community. You don't want a poor person driving a Ferrari. He won't be able to afford the fuel. So Assalamu alaikum. I don't know what it means. I'm still learning. I don't know flow state for 200 joules. I don't know what it means. Sorry. Inshallah, I will talk to MFG. I didn't have a chance yet. Been busy. I have lots of issues. I'm going through it. And inshallah I will I'm trying to find a date. Saturday I have this, and different days different issues. Inshallah. Yeah, people can argue, it's okay, but they have to bring proper Quranic argument. But they all run to their gods, their big brothers, the ulamas. That's the problem with them. So now, the excess is part of the tree. Al-af is part of the tree. You have to give the excess branches, excess leaves. So if you're making more than what you need, for whatever you invested in, whatever incomes or everything, and more than what you need, and you give that to the people, to the excess. So to the people for their, to the community. And find the poor people and give. Just don't donate to masjid. The mosques, they are biggest crooks. So, but sorry, you donate whoever you want. I'm not saying who you should donate. Please forgive me if I even said that. People get upset and they talk bad. And here, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idha tadayantum bidainin. This is a huge surah. This surah is very interesting, right? This is exciting surah. Inshallah, we will continue this surah in maybe next video also. This is the longest verse in the Quran, 282. It's the longest verse. Beautiful surah, and it explains everything you need to know. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who have believed, إذا تداينتم بذين إذا تداينتم بدين إلى أجل مسمى, and when you decided to sign a contract or go into a debt contract for a specified term, فَاكْتُبُوهُ, write it down, write a contract, sign a contract. And this is debt. See, you are going to give money to someone. See, deen, the word deen here, bidainin, deen, the religion. People translate it as religion. No, it's not religion. Debt. So you are going to go into debt with someone to get loan. They need to, if you're giving money to someone to get into a business or anything, or even as a loan without interest, a loan, you write up a contract, you sign a contract. That's what Allah is saying. But the word debt, deen, is very interesting, and people usually, I'm getting to a point here, this is very important, but I'm going in an order. Maybe my order is not perfect, please forgive me. Deen, a debt, deferred obligation. When people say Deen al-Islam, the only Deen accepted is Deen al-Islam. This Deen is not a religion. Religion is a bunch of dogmas and rituals, some BS. So that's not Deen. This Deen is your debt to God. You're obligated to God. He is not asking a loan. You owe it to Him. He gave you loan. He gave you. Signed a contract, mithaq, right? Covenant, you signed it. You don't know it. You don't know. But how you come to the world, to being? And the atheist will say, you came from nothing. Where the nothing came from? A dust, a dirt. So you came from a dirt. Well, we say we came from dirt also. But God created. Where the dirt came from? They don't know. The atheists don't know where the dirt came from. They know Big Bang, but they say the Big Bang, before that it is all fusion together like one dirt, and then a Big Bang, and you got it. So if you came from a dirt, and then the dirt, where the dirt came from? God created it. So we have someone we can point, but they are saying they don't know. So they believe in fiction. We believe in reality, possibility. They don't believe in possibility. They believe in fiction. We believe in possibility. So if you find a phone in the desert, and if it look different, you will look for a manufacturer. If you find an iPhone, you know who the manufacturer is. Apple company. You are not going to say, you know what, I found this on the street, it just came to being, no one created it, it just came to being, but I don't know who. That's atheist, foolish. But we don't want to talk about that. I'm not attacking atheists. I have lots of atheist friends. They think They make you think. I like those people. So now when we read this deen, we are obligated to repay this debt. That's why it's called deen. So in that ayah, it's explaining clearly what deen is. So now, man alladhi yuqridu man alladhi yuqridu Allah qarda. And who is it that who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan? Man alladhi yuqridu Allah qardan hasana. This is they translated. This word here, abused. This is a garbage. But I went through over 85 translations, including our dear brother Yudip Yüksel, our dear brother Sam Jaren, and our my dear brother, great Quran, Shuhaib Abdullah, all translated loan. Oh my God, it is not loan. Do you think Allah is begging loan from you? Huh? See, this is why I looked into this word, and this is also connected to the tree, the zakat tree. And this word made me, who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan? Allah is begging. Hush. Oh. Is he poor? He is Rabbul Alameen. He's the owner of the universe. He created you, me, every Tom, Dick and Harry and the germs and everything. Man fi samawati fil ard. He created everything. And this translation is a pagan translation. So insulting to God. It is the worst translation ever. I don't know how I can emphasize this. This translation is so bad, and I don't know how to even say it harsher than this. I don't want to use bad words, but this is insulting. Now, I translated, who will cut off for Allah a beautiful severed portion? Beautiful cut portion, beautiful excess portion, right? Excess, you are giving excess, your excess portion, right? Cut portion, you're not going to get it back. He is asking from what he gave you for you get rid of it, no string attached. Loan, inherently the word loan is string attached. And loan, you give it to people who doesn't have money, or people who have less money, or people in need of that money. Yes, Donald Trump and all those people take loan, the government take loan. Yeah, but that is still, they need that money to do something, right? But when Allah says this loan, it is insulting. It is not loan. Deen is loan. Dainan, that is loan. Allah used it as loan. But yuqridullaha fardan, qardan hasana. Qardan hasana. How dare people translate this as qard, as loan? And please go through the Quran like I showed you and check it up. This word I forgot to include. I forgot to remove this. Forgive me. Uh, this this portion. This portion not part of this, to sever, to cut, to snip off. And I forgot to remove the zakat definition because I'm making it all similar, that's why. So this word is not loan. Yeah, I might trigger a new trigger a new 4-hour video. And let me see what it says. Yes, you can take the money, but you have to let go of the interest. And if you have given the interest, let's say you didn't know, you gave someone money as an interest, and you have to let go of the interest. But here is the technical part. But if you give that invested in a business for a percentage, that is not interest. That is not riba at all. That is where deen comes to play. That is bay'a. Next week we will talk about that. Tijara, bay'a, taradin. These are the words used for going into a business. So this is interesting word. This is not riba. If you invested money into someone's business, and but you have to sign a contract, and then you are going into a business deal. So you are giving loan on for a business, for a beneficial for both. That is not bay'a. So we are talking about riba. Riba is you are giving interest to someone. He says, I have some needs, I need some money, and you are giving money, and that person, you're saying, give me 5% or 10% of what I gave you, and there is no business deal. This person is not, you are not investing in his business. You are just giving money to a person who need money. That's not, that is riba. That is not in bay'a. Bay'a is if you invest in his business. If he doesn't have any business, if he's just a guy who is working hard and he need money, he asking you loan, and then if you give money on interest, that is riba. You cannot take that. You have to let go of that. If your bank gives you interest, let's say it gives you $100 after 1 year, or every month it's giving you $100 for whatever the business you're doing. In all the banks, it will say interest you earned. You take that and give it away. Give it to poor people. Give it to people who need money. You don't need that. It's not haram. You are not making haram deals, because it's not usury. It's just part of it. You cannot avoid it. So you are living in a system, and one or two bad leaves not going to destroy your tree. So you take that, you prune it, and you get rid of it. So it's okay. You are not going into riba business, riba deals, right? There is no riba business, sorry, if I use the word riba business. So you are going into, you are giving money to a person who doesn't have any business. That's what riba is. But if somebody is asking for loan for a business, to start a business, you don't want part of that business, but you still like to help that person, you give that money and you take just the capital back, not the whole amount, not the interest, without tagging a interest amount. You just take the capital, and if that person get in trouble, and let it go. So only time you have to give someone money if you can let go of that money, just in case. That's my concept of giving money to people. Lots of people cheated me and taken money, and that's different. But the people who said, I want some money, and I have given, I never asked for interest, I have given, it never came back, I let it go. But that doesn't give you excuse for taking interest. So now the word qarda, we saw the word, what word we saw? Qard. We saw that word, it is cut off. If you wanted to see that word, qaradad, and we can go into that. Let's go into that word. Let's go Surah. I don't know what's wrong with this. It's not showing my browser properly. Anyways, if you go into that word, check it up, the word in the Quran, Surah, you can check the Surah 245, and if you go through that word, you will see and click the word yuqridu or qarda, and check the definition the way I showed you. You will find it doesn't mean loan, but it will have that meaning, but it is a sectarian definition. It is not a structural definition. And you will be thinking how to know if it is a structural definition or different definition, because only one way to know is by reading the Quran, going through the cross references, when you go through the cross references, you will see that the word the word in other places Allah have used differently. And here logic dictates that God is not asking for a loan for God's sake. How in the bloody world God is asking for loan? Think about it. So, if someone translated the Quran, all the translation, 85 translations are wrong. It's not a small mistake. This is a huge mistake. Everyone who is translating the Quran supposed to know how to check structural definitions. So if they don't know to check structural definition, they shouldn't be translating the Quran like a baboon, ignorant fools. It is so annoying me that people are translating like baboons and making it the blaspheming God. It is blasphemy. So now we went through all the related words that is connected to this tree, zakat tree, and not the riba tumor, the growth, unnatural growth, the swell. When a mosquito bites you, you swell, right? And not that type of growth. We are going through that the study, the tree. We saw the word for the what's that word? The zakat. We saw the word afu, excess, and we saw the word qard, cut, right? And we saw the word. So these are all part of zakah. So when it's come to part of zakah, you're supposed to see a tree. So the structural definition of how do I put it? Let's say the Fusaha Arabic, the Lughatul Arabiya got many definitions, many words for one word. But Allah is using Fusaha Arabic for the Quran, Fusahatul Arabiya. It is descriptive mechanism. The one word is describing as a whole thing. Like I was explaining to you the tree, right? Cutting off the leaves and branches. It is describing you the one word. See, in English and many other languages, we are used to labels. Like riba, interest, zakat, charity. No, it's all labels. But in Quran, the pure Arabic, the Arabian, the Arabia, the purified, the pure, pristine language. Arabian means pristine language, not Arabic language. The pristine language is already descriptive. That is, you will, when you are reading, when you say salat, you read following closely to what? Following closely to what? To the law of Allah, right? To the justice of Allah, to the book of Allah, for the guidance. You are See, you're following closely, like a winner horse, right? You're a horse running behind is following the winner horse. So this horse is called, this is going closer to its salawan, the rib joint part is called the connecting joint part. It's called connection also. Joint part is called salat, right? So you have description for one word. So everything has descriptions. 1640 root letters got descriptions. So you study the description to understand how that word physically behave or action. The words action describe the actions or physics or the state of being. That's what you're supposed to see when reading the Arabic, not label. When you study the labels, you misunderstand, you leave the beautiful Quran out. It is so unfortunate that most translations missed everything, the beauty of the Quran. At least they could have written the label the word and written the tafsir, their tafsir, not the fake tafsir of the Sunnis, their tafsir. So I wish people would understand this descriptive words. When you see the description, you see everywhere you read it, you will see it. So beautiful. And inshallah, we will continue this in next video, next week. I will explain how this riba, and now the whole ayah is connecting with business, buyer. They say the people would say the buyer, riba is like buyer, a commerce. Allah is saying no, it's not a commerce. It's not business. It's not, you are not investing anything. You are not doing a business. It is a tumor. That is what Allah is saying. So now we will, if you have any questions, I would like to go through it. For today, I think that's what I have. Inshallah, inshallah, we will go through next time other things. Yeah, Sam Jarens and says Salah. Yeah, the word Salah is better translated. See, word Salah is a umbrella term for connection. Also following closely to the law of Allah. See, Allah is explaining what the Salat means. Surah 70, verse 23 to 34. Musallin, salaters, not those who praise. Musallin means salaters. I invented that word. The salaters are the one who is executing the law. So it's you have to follow the constitution. The constitution is the salah, the law of Allah. The bird is doing its law. It's flying, it's eating, and it's planting seeds in different places. That's the salah of the bird. Our salah is following the Quran and executing the zakat. Following the Quran and executing the zakat. Now zakat, look at the zakat like a tree. Look at the salah like a law, a constitution, law of Allah, the natural law. And when you look at it like this, you will see the word playing out when you're reading the Quran. It's not going to be like you are reading the Quran and then you missed out something. You're not going to be feeling like that. You will be seeing the words clearly. And Sam's translation has, but this one, 245, he missed a mark. He went on with sectarians. He's not following the structural root letters. He's not doing the tasrif. So I am disappointed, but no choice. I gotta live with it. And that's why I'm trying to teach people how to read it. And did I miss any? Yeah, the Abbasid Khalifa who created the brand franchise religion called Islam. It's a brand franchise. It's a rabbinical brand called religion. It's a rabbinical religion. They follow their imams and scholars, imams and ulamas, the same way as the Jews are following, same way as the Christians are following. They are following the church. And I'm not trying to insult the Christians. Why the Jews had problem with Jesus Christ? Because he was saying just like me. He was not agreeing with the sectarians. He was bashing everyone, right? And the people couldn't understand. He was saying, the pearls are not for the swines. And they will take it and throw it on the mud like a swine. Same thing with some people. They don't understand the pearls from the Quran. And if you try to feed it to them, they take it and they ridicule you. They put it on the mud and they are like swine. Matthew chapter 7, read it. It's in the Bible. I like that, the verse from the Bible. It is one of the beautiful sayings from the Bible. And it's reality of people. Majority of the people cannot understand the true definition of the Quran. That is why Allah says, وَإِن تُطِيعُوا أَكْثَرَ مِنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّوكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. If you follow majority of the people upon the earth, they will mislead you from the way of Allah. Why? وَإِن يَتَّبِعُونَ إِلَّا ظَنَّ. Why? Because they follow the dhanna. Last time we saw assumption. Assumption is lie, unreality, not truth. Haqq is truth, reality, factual, 100% truth. That is haqq. So we are following the Quran's the structural definition. That is 100% truth. So that is why I'm not scared to say I am right and they are wrong. 85 translations are wrong. I'm saying it. Why? Because I know it. Because I see the word. I'm not trying to toot my horns. I'm just saying it. That's what it is. And yeah, the Abbasid, when Abbasid took over, they have taken from Zoroastrian 5 times prayer. They have taken the wudu, Padiyab Kusti, and they named it as wudu. And Kaaba is capital of Kaaba, the Mecca is capital of shirk. And Masjid al-Haram doesn't mean a physical place. It is inviolable station. It is a direction for your following, for your deen, for your debt to follow, for your obligation. So it is not something you focus, it's not built with bricks, and the Qibla is not a direction, a geographical direction. See, I think I talked about this in past video also, and I have explained this in many videos. I don't want to go through that, but they took everything and they made it as a religion. Because if people knew Abbasid was BS, they are BS, they are making a fake religion and parallel religion, they would have started a coup and taken out Abbasid. They wanted to keep people obedient. They made up hadith and fiqh and all sort of garbages. And they invented Aisha. So it is coming directly from the bedroom, Prophet's bedroom, right? Even though they insulted the Prophet by attributing him to a pedophile. Aisha not existed. How can he marry a non-existent person? It's a BS. There is no proof. So anyways, let me read some yeah, people think you are a bad person. I got yelled at by my mom, my brothers for not praying, but now they have nothing to say and they cannot answer my questions. They don't debate with me. So explain to them. But if people still think you don't pray, that's why you are going through problems, you don't pray, this is the problem you are having, you don't pray. People always say because you don't pray, you go through problems. So Elon Musk just became $1 trillion worth, right? If you have 1 trillion since the day Jesus was born, and if you spent $1 million every single day, you will have that money until today and for another 700 years. So $1 trillion. He is filthy rich. So he doesn't pray. How is he making money? See, people are connecting unfortunate problems, and sometimes we made a mistake and we are going through a problem, and sometimes people are, so this is like atheists are saying, right? If you are doing good, why you are having problems, why you are having a flood, why you are having earthquakes? No, this is all part of life. So if you don't pray, it is good because you are not a mushrik. So Al-Moses, I like that brother. He's pretty good. I think me and him, we align in the same track. Some words he translated different, connection. He hold on to connection, just one word, label word. But I try to do descriptive word. But both of them, it's not different. He's pretty good. I like that brother. Moses PhD, he's pretty good. Yeah, paganism, the Sunni faith and Shia faith got Christianity, Judaism, Zoroastrian faith, all are there. Even they have copied, the Hindu scripture. You have to eat with right hand, shouldn't be eating with left hand, those type of things. So many myth, evil eyes and all those are from Hinduism. Hinduism is one of the oldest religion, just like a Zoroastrian faith. So they have copied. The Quran, yeah, they can believe whatever they want. It's just a belief. They believe in unicorn. There are people who believe in UFO. So Aisha is like that. So if Quran alone community is believing in Aisha, they are missing one important surah, Surah 7:3 and Surah 17:36. La takfu ma laysa laka bihi ilm. Do not pursue without knowledge. Ilm, last week we saw, it is sure knowledge, 100% knowledge. Now, I wonder where they got this ilm. So, if Quran alone community is believing in Aisha, which Allah did not explain in the Quran, if Allah did not explain in the Quran that Aisha's existence or anyone's existence, Rasulullah is mentioned in the Quran. So his existence is there, right? So Aisha's existence is not there because Aisha is not in the Quran. So it is not an ilm. So if you believe Aisha existed, then it is not ilm, it is assumption. That is why majority of the people are following assumption. وَإِنْ يَتَّبِعُونَ إِلَّا ظَنَّ. They are following assumption. The Quran alone community, they are wrong. So, the same Quran, Bible stories, there are so many stories like think about this. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah, Lut alayhi salam. It is not talking about gay. Nothing to do with gay people. There is no gay people in the Quran. Do you know that? We will talk about that in maybe next week or after that. We'll talk about it. It is interesting topic because it has nothing to do with gay. But if you watch my initial live video about Nisa, the women, they translated as women. If you follow my translation, my structural definition, and you will see it is not talking about gay. See, that's why it is very important to translate things properly. If you translate things properly, you will understand the words properly. And you will see the entire Sodom and Gomorrah is gone. There is no Sodom and Gomorrah. There's no sodomy. There's no there's no gay, the homosexuals in the Quran. No, that story is taken from the Bible and Bible. So it has nothing to do with the Quran. So yeah, and the Prophet, if Prophet had 100 wives or 2 wives or 3 wives, doesn't matter. If he had children or not, it doesn't matter. We don't need that. It's just assumption. If he had 14, why Allah did not tell anything about the Prophet? Why he did not make a huge chapter like Musa alayhi salam's chapter and explain about the Prophet? Because it's not important. He's a postman. He delivered the message. May Allah bless that postman. because our beloved Prophet, he gave us enough. The book, the Quran. So that's all it matters. Whatever is not in the Quran, we don't have to believe it. For we can entertain it, we don't have to believe it. If you believe it, it's an assumption. And for the four Khalifas, historically, there are four Khalifas, historically, in historical books. But about them, we don't know. About how they ruled, we don't know. It's history. So we don't know. We don't need to know. It's not important. Our life is maximum another 50 years if it's blessed, if we are blessed, another 100 years for some people, some of you, maybe, or 70, maybe some of you. I might not live for 100 years. I might not even live for 50. Maybe another 10 or 20 if I am lucky. So that's why I'm writing books and doing all sort of things, because I might get kicked out of this world. So when I get kicked out, I need to be able to leave something for people. So whatever I'm learning, I'm giving to the people. So inshallah. So any of these, we don't need it. Companion of the cave, yeah, it is real. We will go through one day, inshallah. Bilal and all those, we don't know. It's all stories. It's beautiful to read the story, but I think that Bilal never existed also, because the adhan, right? Adhan is not in the Quran. So Allahu Akbar is not in the Quran. They invented. So maybe they invented Bilal for this purpose. So you have to think like a forensic person. What is the motive? The adhan is not in the Quran. They are using adhan today all over the Muslim world. That means they say Bilal is the first person to say adhan. So they invented. Yeah, he's pretty good. I like that brother. Bachabazi, you mean the pedophile? Pedophile not in the Quran. Pedophile is not in the Quran. It is forbidden in the Quran. And Bachabasi means pedophile, right? I think that's what it means. I don't speak the Urdu. My Afghani friends used to say Bachabasi to one of another friend, because he doesn't speak Pashto. He was speaking Dari. For some reason he was saying, I don't know why. So that's what it means, I think. Ancient temples and all those. I have been to temples in Sri Lanka, Buddhist temples. I wasn't going there to pray. It's beautiful. Okay, it's okay to go and see. Even to Makkah, it's okay to go and see as a visitor, not as a person who is doing a pilgrimage. No, it is shirk. You can just go and see. Just pay a visit and see how beautiful they have designed it. Just marvel the structure. No. So let them stone the Satan. The Satan, they see some people throw shoes at Satan. It's so stupid. And when it's come to children, then it is wrong. No, children, I don't know what you're talking about. You cannot marry a child according to the Quran. You cannot marry a child. And only you can marry a imra or zawj. Zawj means you already your wife. And imra, a person should be sovereign, fully whole grown adult. Imru is a man, fully grown man. You cannot marry a tifl. You cannot marry a youth. You cannot marry any of those. Not youth, I think a teenager. So Allah used all those words. Youth, I think young adult you can marry. Not young adult. I think youth also you cannot marry. I have to look at the word. Only you can marry the imra, the woman. So yeah, people will call you kafir. That is true. So many people call me kafir, munafiq, mushrik. Let them call. It's okay. Even if it is your family, let them call, because that's how it is. They don't know the definition of kafir, right? Allah is calling the people who are taking riba as kafir, right? We just saw it. So let them be the kafir, let them say it. Try to explain to them. And inshallah, and let's see. Yeah, in Yemen, in Afghanistan, and even in Pakistan, India also, they have pedophiles, the people who marry children. It is forbidden in the Quran. In the US, you will get arrested for pedophiles and no marriage. See, US, United States of America, a great country, they are following the law of the Quran. The Arab countries, Muslim countries are not following the Quranic law. Sharia is not a Quranic law. American law, the Constitution, American Constitution is Quranic law. Inshallah, one day I'll go through that. And I think I have a video on that. And I love Second Amendment, right to bear arms. And I love all the Constitution, American Constitution, because it's for the people. The forefathers of United States, they wrote that law. So yeah, people believe the Blackstone and no, you don't pray. There is no prayer. Assalamu alaikum. There is no ritual prayer. You ask dua, right? Dua is alignment. Dua, you are aligning with God. When you say, Ya Allah, let's say you are disabled, you don't have a feet, right? Let's say you have broken arms, no arms. If you say, Ya Allah, give me hand, do you think your hand will grow? Huh? No. So when people say dua, it's like sending a message to a genie in the heaven. No. And you are aligning. When you ask dua, you are aligning. You are setting your mindset. You're making your mindset to achieve that goal. You don't have a hand. You are asking hand, meaning you are going to be looking for prosthetic arms. Now they have, China is making prosthetic arms that can read your nerves. So things are there. So aligning, dua is aligning. You should ask. You should align with God. You should ask Allah. But prayer, salat is not prayer. No prayer. No bow down. Think about this. If salat is like meeting God, Allah is in front of you. Think about that. Right? You're going to be bowing down to Allah, right? If He's up there, then you are showing the back. You are showing the back to Allah. If you think He's in front of you, then you are putting your head down. Why do you have to make that movement to do Allahu Akbar and Alhamdu Surah and then the different Surah? And why do you have to recite it to God and like this and make movement? Why do you have to do that movement? It is silly, don't you think? So you go talk to Donald Trump and you want to have a meeting and you do all this type of silly movement, he will kick you out, right? So it's so silly, people cannot think that. If Allah is in front of you, then you will be bowing down. If Allah is in the sama, which Allah is saying, man fis sama, is up there, then you are showing your backside to Him. But Allah is saying closer than your jugular vein, right? If He closer than your jugular vein, then you don't have to do that or anything. So you just talk to yourself. You ask Allah. So I'm not worshipping the West. No, I'm not worshipping the West. I'm just explaining the West because I am from the West. I grew up in United States. I know more about United States and Canada than any other part of the world. I'm not worshipping any West. West is my country. So don't get into that mindset. West, there are 350 million people in the West, in United States. They are good people. They are really good people. Only small minority is bad. Just because government is doing something bad, and you cannot criticize the entire government. The law I'm talking about, the Constitution of America I'm talking about, it is better constitution than any part of the world. I'm not worshipping. So please, if you want to argue about that, I will be doing after I finish with all these videos, we will have a talk. And this is a bad negative type of talk, worshipping the West. So from Kashmir, if you pray to Mecca, you are worshipping the West. You are worshipping an idol. I am not. West is following Islam, but not your version of Islam. West is following Islam, but not your version of Islam. Only Allah will decide who is good and who is bad. I'm not here to talk this pagan nonsense. We will talk about that in different day, because I have a lot to talk about. My focus is to teach people how to read the Quran, not to bash people here. So if you're going to be looking for bashing people, please, I don't want to hear about it. See, you are still thinking like the Sunnis. The Quran is teaching you how to ask dua, right? Say each person how they ask. Allah is teaching you how to align, how to ask Allah, how to talk to Him. So You can talk to Allah any time of the day. It is aligning with Allah. You don't need to vibrate your throat in a certain way for Him to talk to you back, right? To get your dua accepted. Your dua is accepted is when you are aligned with yourself. The dua is aligning for yourself within yourself. So you are asking dua to make sure what you are and where you are, your position. And when Allah says, Adna the Shuhaib, when Shuhaib cried, Adna the Nuh cried, Allah is saying they aligned. And Allah is talking about even the closest ones, they needed help from God. So when you are asking help from God, you are aligning yourself. So when you say, may Allah give me hand, do you think that hand will grow? It won't grow. So that means you are aligning with God. You have to set yourself to the right position to see things according to the world's reality, haqq. Then only you will find a solution to find a hand and buy the hand and hook it up. If you don't have money, you will find some other solution. So that is aligning. And I am not here to talk about West interest. Why? You think Saudi Arabia doesn't have interest? Dubai doesn't have interest? My God, I talked for about 2 hours on this subject. You are still bashing a United States. Why is this inferiority complex? You don't need to have inferiority complex. Let them be what they want. Follow the Quran. I am telling you to follow the Quran. You are talking about politics, who that person is. You are talking gossips. This is gossip. What is Kim Kardashian is doing? What is that person is doing? What is this? I am talking about the law, Constitution, American Charter of Rights, the Canadian Charter of Rights, American Constitution. And what Islamic country have Sharia, Quranic law? Show me one. There is none. So don't go into bashing America or the West. I am from the West. If you bash West, you are bashing me. They raised me. I grew up like them. So you are in the wrong place. If you think, if you are going to be bashing West, it is your mentality. You think your country is great and this country is great, not great. See, this is comparative mentality. This is bad. This is a parasite in your head. You should be thinking outside of this. Come to Quran. Come to God. I don't care West, East, North, South. Doesn't care. I don't care. I don't care about Canada. I don't care about South Africa. I don't care about Mombasa or Timbuktu or India or Sri Lanka. All you care in Qiyamah, Allah will be asking you a question, is about your deeds, what you did, your amal. Right? He's not going to be asking about how Donald Trump was ruling the country, what is the constitution. None of those. I was giving you examples. How do you ask Allah for help? Just ask. Just sit and ask. Just walking and ask. Talk to God. I talk to God all the time. My God. See, I'm talking. God is within you. He is with you, closer than you, jugular vein. So why do you have to memorize things? You ask in your own language. You wanted to ask in Tamil. இறைவனே எனக்கு உதவி செய். தெய்யனே மට උදව් කරන්න සිංහල. So ask in any language. Dios mío. My God, Dios mío, man. Ask anything, any language, doesn't matter. Allah doesn't care about the language. He knows all the languages. You ask. Ask. Nobody come between you and God, man. Ask dua anytime, you don't need to do wudu, wash, or none of those. Just do it. What is stopping you? Who is stopping you? I'm not stopping you. I'm not telling you cannot. You don't need to memorize words. You be humble when asking. That's all it matters. Be humble. So, let's see. There are good people in Muslim countries, but they are all pagans. They're supposed to follow the Quran. Yeah, I'm not saying people in Dubai are bad. I'm not saying people in Saudi Arabia are bad. The majority of the people are good, but they're all following paganism, not Islam. Why don't you understand that? If you think I'm wrong, that's fine. It's up to you. I'm not here to force you to believe what I believe. You believe whatever the hell you want to believe. You're more than welcome to believe anything you like. I'm not stopping anyone. Most of all the Muslim countries are not Muslim countries. They are pagan countries. The Christian country, the America, the Canada, and all these are the one who is welcoming when you kill them, stone them to death. Right? With your pagan law, Sharia law. They are coming to France, they are coming to Canada, they are asking, sir, please help us. We are getting a problem in our country. They are killing us. So many people coming to Canada and asking, begging, please help us. They are killing us. So you are telling they are all bullshitting? No. If your country is so good, why in the bloody world they go to Canada and United States and the Europe and live there? Why? Why they are asking asylum? Do you know millions of people are asking asylum? Refugee claims. Many are from the Muslim countries. Stop your nonsense. And I am answering you. If you guys are asking thousands of questions, and how can I answer? And you want me to answer all the junk questions? Don't even go there to Muslim country, no borders, passports before Tartarian. Come on, now you have it, you need it. And they build a country and you want to go live there, you have to contribute. You have to follow their law. That is all over the world. There is not a single country is allowing everyone. If everyone is go into that country, you destroy their serenity. So God created the world, people created the borders. So, well, don't blame me. Blame yourselves. Blame those who created the borders. Don't blame me. He doesn't answer. I'm answering. How can I answer everything? I have to read, right? Is Fajr important for asking Allah? No, it is not. You can ask Allah anytime you want. Fajr got nothing to do with asking Allah. Why? Allah is taking notes only in Fajr. There is no Fajr prayer, there is no Duhar prayer, there is no Asr prayer, there is no Maghrib prayer, there is no Isha prayer, there is no prayer at all. There is no prayer. You only ask Allah whenever you feel like, whenever you want. You talk to Allah all the time. Define paganism, Google it. If it is your madhab, follow it. And Allah says to call, to align with Allah. Do you know you use Allah's name to perfect yourself and recognize yourself? Ar-Rahman. Do you know what it means? Do you? Learn it before coming into pages like this and bashing. These are all Sunnism. This is, I'm doing for Quran alone. Sunni religion is not Islam. They are mushriks. They are kafirs. And they are munafiqs. Europe hates me, doesn't matter. I am part of it. So I don't care. And if there is a war between United States, Canada and Arab countries, I would beat the shit out of Arab countries. And if I am in the military, yeah. Because I am from Canada. I'm a Canadian. Just because I'm brown doesn't mean I have to follow every stupid things you people do and say. You bloody Sunni mushriks create different things, problems, and oppress people, and you want us to support you? No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Nope. And you guys keep on talking. I gotta go. And thanks for coming to this. And inshallah, we'll talk more about this subject. Majority of them are junk, and I'm not going to answer junk. Europeans hate you, and please. I'm not going to. I'll be sitting here for another hour. There is no cousin marriage in the Quran, and I don't know what cousin you are talking about. There's no cousin marriage in the Quran, and I told you to go and study it. If you want me to spoon feed you everything, come back next week or next after, and I will be teaching more and more and more on the Quran. Then one day you will get some knowledge. Until then, follow your pagan faith, Sunnism, mushrik faith. So well, See, I'm not here to talk about politics, you guys. I'm here to talk about the Quran. Oisi Minasai, brother, brother or sister, I'm not sure. Durian. I had Musang King in Malaysia. Durian is the best taste. But I have tasted the red color durian in Indonesia, which tastes good. I love durian. One of my favorite fruit. Inshallah, when I go to Malaysia or Indonesia, I will have. I'm stuck in Dubai, so no. Yes, Allah is your teacher. I am trying to help you to read the Quran so that Allah will teach you. So you have to be humble when you are coming to the Quran. You have to shut down your noises, what you learned, and come with empty cup. You can learn. So if you want Allah to teach you, go step by step. Don't try to learn everything in one day. I'm trying to help you people to understand. I don't want anything from you. But if you think you know it and Allah is going to teach you directly, go for it. Allah, go for it. Learn it. I'm not telling anyone to come and learn from me. I'm only trying to help you people. If you don't like to learn, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with you are learning your own self. But I'm giving you the formula, how to read. Last week also I gave you argument to read the formula. This week I gave you the formula, how to read, how to study the Quran, how to do the tasrif, how to check the structural root. So, you go for it. Ayah 245? No, it is not talking about fighting. Go read again. It is talking about loan. I was explaining the loan. I don't know what's the problem with people. I am not, see, that Quran ayah says loan, as if Allah is beggar. It is blaspheme to insult Allah, belittle Allah. It's insulting Allah. Yukridullaha qardan. It's not loan. So if you think it is loan, go for it. My job is to deliver the message. If you don't take it, don't take it. If you want to take it, take it. Yalla, go for it. I just can't believe it. You people, come on. Anyways, it's getting too late. Over 2 hours and 40 minutes I talked, and I'm sweating, and I will have to turn on the AC because it's too hot. Inshallah, I'll see you in next video. Anyone who wanted to fight with me, come after I finish with all these this subject. Maybe next time what I will do is I will speak for 1 hour, teach for 1 hour, and leave 1 hour to talk like this, if you people want that. And if you want to speak directly, I don't know how it's done. I will figure it out. Instead of reading, you can talk. You can have a live conversation if you want. So, but in the future we'll do that. Where it says jihad, read it. Where does it say jihad? Read the ayah. I have included the ayah. Come on, read it. It is not talking about jihad. Jihad doesn't mean fighting. Harb means fight, war. Why Allah's path has to be fight, war? Huh? Qital is fight. Qital is killing. Right? Qatala is killing. Harb is war. Jihad is not war. Strive, struggle. We'll go through that some other time. And Allah, no, it is Allah. Not Illah. Allah, it is Allah. You should learn Arabic. Ilahukum ilahun wahid, yes. But Allah in the Quran itself, Allah says He is Allah. So you don't have to make up any word. It is not Illah. Allah means the supreme, one and only creator, one and only supreme, sovereign, supreme. That's what it means, Allah. There is no deity to Allah. Illa is part of the word Allah. We'll talk about that maybe in next video next week, because I will be talking for another 4 hours like Brother Suhaib Abdullah or Brother what's his name, Muhammad from God. I cannot do that. Don't worry, if I am talking harsh, don't get upset. That's how I am. I am too old to take BS. My bullshit bucket is full, and I don't take any BS anymore. So that's why I hit it straightforward answer. So don't take it, don't get insulted, don't feel angry. I'm not attacking you, I'm not trying to fight with you. You believe what you believe. I just don't take bullshit. My bullshit bucket is full. That's all. Everyone, Salamun Alaikum. Peace be unto you all. And inshallah, in my next video, I'll see you all.